Live video time, scissor over comb. Scissor over comb cutting is an important aspect of our professional hair cutting technique arsenal, if you will. And I want to share with you guys today a couple of tips, my take on scissor over comb. The first thing we want to talk about is what we call cutting hygiene. Proper scissor over comb has the scissor and the comb working and moving together. You have a moving blade and a non-moving blade. The moving blade is moving and the non-moving blade is still or not moving. And you want to travel up the head in parallel. If you quack like a duck, you'll chop up your taper. And that's not what we want. We want the two tools working together. That's one of the reasons why we designed the zoot comb for scissor over comb cutting. Our blade, this is 6.5. Our blade is long enough to accommodate up to a 7.5-inch scissors. We don't want to overcut the length of the blade. So this is a perfect setup right here. This works beautifully. Also, the spline is thick enough that a standard scissor blade is about that same thickness for riding in parallel like that and coming up the head. It just works beautifully. Now, for those of you that are new to scissor over comb, if you want a little help, I have Pro Edge combs. Have you ever seen a Pro Edge comb? Look at that comb. It's got that lip or that ridge, and the idea is you set the scissor on the lip or the ridge to develop the balance, the stability, the hand-eye coordination, or the muscle memory. If you're new to scissor over comb and you want to rock your scissor over comb, go to ivanzoot.com. I'm going to put it in the chat. Go to ivanzoot.com and get a Pro Edge comb. I have them in different colors and 2 different sizes in the Pro Edge combs like that. So grab one of those. Now, once we get into scissor over comb, I want to emphasize that the technique you use will depend on the length of the hair. I want to show you scissor over comb short hair and scissor over comb long hair. It's how much hair is on the head now, not how much hair you want to finish with. Here's what I mean. If we want to work with very short hair, we're going to work our scissor over comb up from below. Short hair up from below. It's going to look like this. We're going to come in low, and we're going to work our way up. We're going to come in low, and we're going to work our way up. That's because we can see the head, and we can see the hair, and we can see what we're cutting. We're going to work from low, and we're going to work our way up. Everybody with me on that? Couple of rules. Number 1, hold your comb at an angle. Notice, moving blade, non-moving blade, just like we told you. Basics. Notice, scissor and comb travel together. If you hold the comb horizontally, where the hair sits in along the base of the teeth at the spine, that's going to leave lines, steps, marks, or demarcations in your taper. If you come in at an angle, you'll do a beautiful job of this. If you're learning scissor over comb and you want to build your skills, another great technique is to start your scissor over comb work with a blender. Start with a blender. I've got a beautiful classic barber blender scissors, the Clipper Guy Classic Barber Blender, on my website, currently on sale. Regular price on that scissors is $135, and the price right now is $98.88. $98.88. That is about that's about a third, maybe a little more than 25% off on that scissors on my site right now. But if you're worried about lines, steps, and marks, and you're worried about learning to build your scissor over comb skills, there's no better way to build the skills. A Pro Edge is a great way to start, and a blender, a classic barber blender. Notice the teeth are on the non-moving blade on a classic barber blender is a great way to build those skills. ivanzoot.com if you need that classic barber blender. So, short hair, we work from the bottom up. Long hair, We work from the top down. I want to show you what I mean. I'm going to grab a mannequin that's got longer hair. And I'm going to show you the technique. There's much more hair on this. And we want to go into more of a tapered look. And for our purposes, I'm going to clip off some of that interior. Because we square cut the top on this on a different scissor video. Now, if I said to you, I want to scissor over comb this, and I said to you, I want to do scissor over comb like what you just saw, if I wanted to work from low to high to come in here at the bottom, I got to get underneath all that hair. That's not going to work. So instead of working from low to high with my scissor over comb, when the client's got a lot more hair to begin with, and when the client's going to have a lot more hair to finish with, we're going to work from the top down. Watch how we're going to do this. Watch how easy this makes clipper over comb. There's a little zoom in here. Really, I'm not zooming with the camera. I'm zooming with the mannequin. Watch what we're going to do. Instead of working down here, underneath here, I'm going to work up here. I'm going to comb all this hair up. Now, this is where this comb is perfect for this. When we were working with short hair, when we were doing scissor over comb short, and we're working with fine close things, we can go to the small end of the comb. And I can do very, very intricate tips of the scissors, very little work through the bottom. Piece of cake. But when we're going to work with longer hair, here higher up the head, we worked on the big end of the comb. When we're going to work with longer hair, we're going to work with the bigger end of the comb. Now watch what we're going to do. I'm going to comb all this hair up. I'm going to use the wide teeth to grab, but I'm going to dig in deep enough that the smaller teeth, we call these dual tension teeth, low tension, higher tension. Less grip on the hair, more grip on the hair. I'm going to come in here at the top as high as I'm going to go. Now notice, this creates my target length at the top of the taper. See how there's a little bit of a weight line? I was deliberately horizontal to create a little bit of a weight line. I'm going to come in here, combing it all up. I'm grasping all of that hair. I emptied out that space. The hair that fell away was big pieces of hair. But I established my target length here that I'm going to cut up to. And normally I'll do this about 4 times. Watch, I'm going to do it about 4 times. I'm going to comb up from below, and I'm going to go to here. Then I'm going to comb again a little bit lower, and I'm going to go to there. I'm going to comb again a little bit lower, and I'm going to go to there. I'm going to comb again a little bit lower, and I'm going to go to there. Notice what I did. I essentially worked high, lower, lower, lower. My hand was in the way for that. I'm going to turn this to here. Maybe you get a better view of it. I worked high, then I worked lower, lower, lower. Boop, boop, boop. I created a taper. I worked my way through that to create the beginning of a tapered finish. And I'm going to continue to work from high to progressively lower. Notice how I'm working down the head. When the hair was very short, I worked up the head. When the hair is much longer, I'm going to work down the head because I need to get rid of, I need to unload all of this. Now, once the hair gets short like that, remember we said on shorter hair we work from low to high. On longer hair we work from high to low. So we started out with this hair and it was longer. Now it's not longer anymore. Now it's shorter. So once I've established my basic positioning. Now I'm going to come in low. Now it's just classic scissor over comb, low to high. But the reason I can go low to high is because I first went high to low. Does that make sense? Just throw me a thumb or something in the comments if that made sense. I used high to low cutting to get out from under all that bulk, and then I used low to high cutting to come in and to begin to finesse that. Now the more I continue to work this section, and I'm just going to come in and clean up a bit of the ear area. Now you're going to begin to see a wonderful scissor over comb tapered surface. When I get down here where things get low and fine and small, of course, once again, I can work to the handle end, to the fine tuning there, and little by little I'm building myself a beautiful haircut. That's scissor over comb, short hair and long hair. Short hair from low to high, long hair from high to low. Scissor position, control, moving blade and non-moving blade, scissor and comb moving together. Pro edge comb, if it's really helping you to build your control, these are beautiful to get you started. And for those of you that are working on the chops, working on the skills, what a beautiful way to build that skill set. Scissor over comb with a classic barber blender. Pro Edge Combs, IvanZoot.com. Zoot Combs, IvanZoot.com. Cosmo Barberology Scissors, IvanZoot.com. 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5. And the classic barber blender, one size fits professionals. Thanks for watching the video here. Don't forget the podcast. We're so excited. I'm going to put the link to the podcast in the comments on this video. It's totally free. It's available on Spotify. It's available at the link that I'm providing you here. Soon to be available on iTunes as well. The $100,000 Haircutter Podcast, helping you build and grow your business every week. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Comment, like, share it with a friend. We'll see you here again. Scissor skills for today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.